Honorable Member for Bakau. Honorable Member for Woodley East. Where it says question put, that heads 07. I think it's only one head, so we just say head 07. You've seen it? Thank you. Instead of heads, yes. Thank you, Honorable Member for Woodley. Any more on page 4? We now move to page 5, Honorable Members. Honorable Member for Lower Badibu. Speaker, Fabakar Tumbonjata took the chair, not two. After question 13, you have Honorable Speaker, Fabakar Tumbonjata took the chair, but what they wrote here is two, T-O-O. Huh? The K is missing. Thank you very much, Honorable. Honorable Member for Busumbala.
Speaker, page 5, question 18. The same heads. Question 18. Yeah. heads. It should be head because it's only one.
Thank you very much. Question 18, last one, is one head and therefore remove the S on heads. Thank you, Honorable Member for Busumbala. Any other Honorable Member for Woolly East?
I think this one is just a typo. On 14, it says the followings, and then puts heads there again. We just remove the S. I think that will follow. You've seen it. Correction put that the followings heads. We just remove the followings. 14. Yes.
Question put that the following should not go with an S. Thank you, Honorable Member for Woolly East. Honorable Member for Fonyi Berefet.
Honorable Speaker, thank you. Oh, sorry. Question number 19, it appears again, heads 22. Question put that heads 22, Ministry of Youth and Sport. And question number 21 also, they put heads.
Two ministries.
For Kian Central.
The same thing. Yeah.
What is the same? We are on page 5. Any comments on page 5? Okay, we now move to page 6 and the Honorable Member for Fonyi Berefet. You can now proceed.
It's the same problem. I think wherever it applies, people understand the place, yeah.
Wherever it occurs, that is, the heads usually, we do it one by one, and therefore it cannot take a plural, except if it is two or more. So wherever we see it, if you questions put that has 22 Ministry of Youth and Sports, 23 Minister of Environment, Climate Change and this in, there are two and that S retains. But where it is only one head, we remove the S wherever it occurs. Yeah? Are we fine? Honorable nominated member, Maimuna Sise.
According to question number 23, where it says they put that they had 31.
Honorable members, wherever it occurs, let's correct it if it is one head. Honorable member for Serekunda.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. 19, question put that heads 22, Ministry of Youth and Sports, 23, Ministry of Environment and Climate Change and Natural Resources. It should be stands, part of the bill. No, it stands. It's more than one head.
Now, but you have two ministries you are talking about. It may not take an S if it were one. You know, it's more than one. It cannot take the plural. Huh? What? Somebody is talking. Somebody left. Honorable member for Woolly East.
I think it's one question, and they put questions. Is it not one question? 23. Oh, you just correct.
We have corrected it. And now we agree that wherever you have one head mentioned and it takes an S, you remove the S. Now we move to page 7. We now can move to page 8. All right, honorable members, we move to page 9. Yes. Honorable member for Woodley East.
Yes, when the question put and agreed to, the assembly was not divided. The sentence under that, it says both days inclusive were approved. I think it's only one, so we just say approved. Was approved instead of where. It's only one expenditure, one document that we are dealing with.
Thank you very much, honorable member for Woodley. Any more on page 9? Honorable members. Yes, who is that? Busumbala? Yes, please.
Majority. Thank you.
Honorable members, you've seen it. Page 8, head 7, Roman 4, head 7. You say Ministry of Defense and Security is Ministry of Defense. And security should be removed. Huh? Thank you, honorable member for Busumbala. Yes, Lower Salum.
Page 8, Committee of the Supply continues. Honorable Alaj S. Dawadi, member, Minority Leader, move a motion for the Committee of the whole House to rescind the previous decisions on the following heads and reallocation. Honorable Speaker, here they have moved a standing order. I think that standing order should be captured during the procedures because this document is meant to authenticate our work that we have done previously. So there was a clause that they were using that we thought it was wrong and it was not captured. And we want it to be captured because we are using the whole day.
I need, can you explain more, please? I don't understand you.
Yes, there were savings on our during the committee supply, and again, us to rescind our that decision. It doesn't need to take us close 29.3, the content of speech that they were using, but on the floor we thought the provision that we are using it is not in line with our procedures. Procedure why is that the chair can make amendment without quoting any clause that can suit us during our work. But they said no, they have to use 29.3, which was not in line in what we are doing, and it was not captured here. Yes, that's 29.3, content of speech.
Honorable, I think if I understand you, a point of order was raised as to the procedure. But there was a ruling on the on the point of order.
(29.3). What we need is we can use our the speaker's discretion that we are making to reason our decisions that we have taken. You understand? But the clause that they were using, that's content of speech 29.3, was not in line with what we are doing at the time. So, but then they refused to listen to us. The procedure continued. This is why I want them to capture it on our how do you call it, records. Yes, to be featured there.
Honorable, I was trying to get information on your claim, but what I was made to understand is a motion was moved under section 29(3). I mean, he said, yeah, because when the motion was moved, I think you came up to quote Standing Order 29(3) to say that there is supposed to be a notice for the change of the decision of the committee committee of supply. Am I right? Yes. Huh?
My argument was the 29(3) that they were using was not at the time, because if you check 29(3), there is content of speech. It's where how members should behave at the floor of the house when they are talking. But then at the time, what we are doing is the committee of the whole house, and they are using 29(3) to rescind our earlier decision. Now, one that we are using, the 29(3), is not in line in what we are doing for now.
Let me refer you to Standing Order 53. (53G). The following motions may be made without notice. A, B, C, D, E, F, G reads, a motion made in committee of the whole assembly. You don't need a notice. Yeah. I think now, but we are clear that it is not out of order for a member to move a motion to rescind the decision. Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, I think the member for Lower Salem is deliberately misleading Parliament. No. Because yesterday he met us on our procedures. And what we did was in accordance with law. That all the decisions that we made when we were looking at the estimates during the committee of the whole house, and we decided we came back and rescinded each decision on each head or each clause that we wanted to amend. He came up with a point of order. No one uses or use the order that he is raising. He's the one who raised that point of order. And in my ruling, I told him that he was out of order. And that Parliament, everybody was sitting down. And Parliament, we can move in accordance, of course, with 53, motion at any time, and also especially G, to rescind a decision. And what we did was in accordance with law. So he said he had someone using that order. I told him there is no one who uses that order. You are out of order. And that was it. And he wanted to negate the thing because he have not supported the process and he wanted to negate it. That's why we were very, very careful. What we did yesterday, even there was a proposal to lump sum the whole thing. I said, no, we must rescind our decision on each head in accordance to law, because what we are doing is the second most important document.
Earlier agreement among members to proceed on certain things until at the end, when you look back to plow back some of your savings into various heads, and on that you will rescind the decisions earlier taken. I was aware of that. But at the committee of supply, you don't need a notice to rescind a decision or to move a motion. Now, if the relevant section that he was saying was used, it may be an error, but it does not nullify the fact that it is in order for the Assembly to rescind its decision at the Committee of Supply to do what the needful. Yes, Honorable Member.
The Constitution that guide us. He is the one precise at the time. But then what my problem is, the members we are using 29.3, I said to them, wait. No, allow me to come. Allow me to come. This is why whenever they said, no, because
members quoted Standing Order 29.3. They said no member quoted that. You were the one, according to them, who quoted that. Which is which?
Honorable Speaker, at the time, the chairperson, in fact, initially 29.3. I said to them, 29.3 is a wrong provision that we use. Yes, the chairperson, Deputy Speaker. Yes.
All right, Honorable, if 29.3 had been used, it must have been an error. Where is it? 53F, huh? G or F? G. It's now 53G. Can we now proceed? Okay. Somebody, yes? Woodley East.
You know, they took us to page 8. So if you look at the motion moved by the member, in the second line is committee of the... Yes? Order. Yes, committee of the... Page 8, you know, they took us to page 8. At the first paragraph, second line where they mentioned committee of the whole assembly. I think when we are doing estimates, we are dealing with the committee of supply. So I think if we replace the committee of the whole assembly, I know we are used to it, but the appropriate one is committee of supply. You've seen it.
Is making reference to second line of the committee of the whole assembly, committee of supply. Committee of supply. Honorable members, I now put the question. It has been moved and seconded that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Tuesday, 3rd December 2024 be approved with amendments. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, may we continue?
Question for oral answers. His Excellency the Vice President.
Honorable members, as per order paper and order 41 of the standing orders, today is questions for oral answers. Furthermore, as a reminder, clause 43 of the standing orders limited supplementary questions to 7 in total. 2 for the honorable member asking the question, and 5 among other members. Therefore, we will proceed with His Excellency, the Vice President, and the following honorable ministers scheduled today to give their oral answers. I now invite His Excellency, the Vice President. Clerk, let's proceed.
Question for oral answers by His Excellency the Vice President.
Question number 337 of 2024, Honorable Member for Banjul South. North is authorized to read it on his behalf.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the member for Banjul South constituency, I will just submit this question. Honorable Speaker, could His Excellency the Vice President inform this August Assembly why His Excellency the President will commandeer official vehicles from ministries and other projects to be taken during his entourage to his hometown?
Honorable Speaker, first and foremost, His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia does not commandeer vehicles from ministry during his entourage to his hometown, but the government does. The reason being for the provision of logistics and support for both the security and technical staff, that is the protocol, media team, etc., who are accompanying His Excellency the President.
Thank you very much, His Excellency the Vice President. Can you kindly provide the list of the vehicles taken?
That is substantive. No. Honorable Member, Woolly East. Honorable Member for Woolly East. Yeah. Yes.
No. But I think it will be, Honorable Speaker, can I? No, you don't ask me to take. But it's important to know when I don't know.
Speaker makes a decision. If you want to challenge it, there is a way in your standing order how you challenge it. Not to sit there and tell me why. That's not respectful. Yes, Honorable Member for Woodley.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Vice President, what method does the President's office take to be able to get vehicles from different departments for his entourage? How does it happen?
Honorable Speaker, normally the vehicle controller will write to all department heads requesting for vehicles when necessary.
Honorable Member for Brikama North.
Honorable Speaker, I believe it's procedurally and it used to be accepted when certain responses are given, we ask for a list of those particular evidences that were provided. In a follow-up to the question posed by the member for Banyu North, I will humbly request that His Excellency Vice President could later provide to this August Assembly the list of the vehicles that were commandeered the last People's Store.
Honorable, that is not a question, and I have made a ruling. I have ruled that that question is substantive. Honorable Member for Latrikunda, please. Are you going to be sitting here? Honorable Minority Leader, the question was is substantive. It's ruled. So you cannot ask the question. If you want that, put it in writing and ask them to bring it. You still have the right to ask them to give you. I have made a ruling on it, unfortunately. Yes, that will bring in a debate.
I made reference to incidents here. When questions are asked, members humbly ask the particular minister to provide us list to the August Assembly later. It's not a question. So, and Honorable Speaker, that used to be admitted. Yes.
Member asked him to provide, and I ruled that is substantive. You reframed it. No, yes, you know what happened is, you made reference to him. Trying to, no, just hold on. You made reference to his statement, which you said used to be the order. And that's what I don't agree with. The order, no, even if it were the order, if it is wrong, it is wrong. It does not mean it cannot be corrected. But what I'm saying is, the question he asked was substantive. You are asking the Honorable Vice President to give you the list of those vehicles that were commandeered. That is substantive. He cannot do that here. You are saying a different thing. You are now asking the minister, can you provide us with a list of these things? Yes, that is understood. Honorable Member for Bakau.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable, Your Excellency, give the command of withdrawals of such officials. It's on. Honorable, Your Excellency, you've indicated that the order comes from the government, and to command their officials' vehicles from ministries. And the main question is about why His Excellency. The response is the government. In this case, the President is the head of the government. Can you exempt him from this?
Honorable Speaker, with due respect, I don't think I understand the question.
Honorable Speaker. Hello?
Can you come back with your question?
The response is the response from Your Excellency is the government. The command comes from the government, not the president. Now the question is about the president, and the president is head of the government. How can you exempt the president from taking part in this command here?
Honorable. 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 Yes, somebody is shouting. Yes, Honorable Deputy. Deputy Speaker. Is your tag up? Yes?
Mike. Honorable Speaker, the question is out of order. A question fully answered cannot be asked again, because the substantive question was about the president commandeering vehicle, and the vice president in his answer responded that the president never does. It's the government that does. He's coming back again and asking the vice president how can he exonerate the president from it. It's the same question. It's out of order.
President and government are not the same. The president is not the same as the government. The government, all of us are part of it. The president, when you talk about the president, you're talking about the president and the presidency. So the office of the president is different from government. And the vice president said it's government that does it. And Honorable Member for Latrikunda Sabeji.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Honorable Vice President, the President at one point said he has a lot of vehicles until he wanted to donate to one opposition leader. Why can his movement be limited to only his fleet of vehicles instead of using other government vehicles? Because he said he has a lot of vehicles.
Out of order, don't answer. Question number 338 of 2024 by the Honorable Member for Serekunda.
Thank you very much. I humbly withdraw.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Serekunda. Question number 339 of 2024 by the Honorable Member for Fonyi Bondali.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. I humbly withdraw.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Fonyi Bondali. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Vice President, for your response to questions posed by honorable members. Clerk, may we proceed?
Question for oral answer by Honorable Minister by Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
Honorable members, may I now invite the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice, pardon, to take the to the Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Justice by honorable members for oral answer. Question number 340 of 2024 by the Honorable Member for Serekunda West.
Speaker, could the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice update this August Assembly on the status of the implementation of the White Paper in the dispensation of justice for victims of the former regime, as some of these confessed perpetrators are still brushing shoulders with victims in public places, which is very traumatizing for victims.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. Honorable Speaker, the government acknowledges the unfortunate re-traumatization that many victims face when they cross paths with either alleged or self-confessed perpetrators from the TRRC proceedings. The government is committed to both the ideals of human rights and the rule of law, paramount to which is the prosecution of crimes committed during the former regime, as well as expediting the urgent need to provide reparations. The government is implementing the Special Accountability Mechanism Act and the Special Prosecutor's Office Act, both passed by this National Assembly in April this year. While the Special Accountability Act reiterates the principles that guide the entire justice implementation process and introduces the three mechanisms that will work in tandem to implement the recommendations of the TRRC around the prosecution of individuals suspected of committing crimes during the former regime. These institutions are the Special Prosecutor's Office, the Special Criminal Division of the High Court, and the Special Tribunal. Special Criminal Division was created by His Lordship the Chief Justice in January 2023. It awaits the filing of cases from the Special Prosecutor's Office. Regarding the government's effort to operationalize the Special Prosecutor's Office, Section 23 of the Act requires, as a first step, the recruitment of the Special Prosecutor through the procedures of an independent selection panel comprising of the following: a member appointed by government, a member appointed by ECOWAS, a member appointed by Gambian Bar Association, a representative of the Public Service Commission, and 2 high-level experts in international criminal law appointed jointly or separately by the government and ECOWAS. On the 6th of November, the Independent Selection Panel approved its terms of reference and rules of procedure and developed a roadmap towards the completion of its mandate. It is anticipated that the vacancy announcement for the position of Special Prosecutor will be made by mid-December for a period of 2 months, and a competitive recruitment process would be employed in the selection of the final candidate. All things remaining equal, a Special Prosecutor should have been identified by June 2025. Regarding the establishment of the Special Tribunal, on the 3rd and 9th December, the ECOWAS Mediation and Security Council meets to discuss and set the agenda for the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State meeting on the 15th of December. The government has re-presented its memo on the establishment of the Special Tribunal for the consideration by the Mediation and Security Council, and hopefully this agenda item will remain on the agenda for the heads of state to make a decision on the 15th of December, approving the establishment of the Special Tribunal. Overall, the National Human Rights Commission Status of Implementation Report, May 2023 to May 2024, notes that government have implemented 10% of the recommendations contained in the white paper on the TRRC report since the issuance of the white paper in May 2022. Over the course of the year, in review, May 2023, when we published the implementation plan, to May 2024, 10 more recommendations have been fully implemented and 36 additional recommendations activated. The government notes that 55 recommendations have not commenced implementation, but remain strongly committed to ensuring these are commenced as soon as possible and implemented in a transparent, victim-centered, and inclusive manner. Thank you.
No supplementary question.
Honorable Member for Lower Salum.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Minister, I was just dialoguing with Mbo, but then the essence of why ECOWAS is involved in our internal issues, that maybe if you can clear that very well, that you can enlighten members on that, why ECOWAS involved.
Thank you very much. We are looking for partners in order for us to set up a kind of a tribunal that will be able to prosecute offenses that were committed in the Gambia during the period under review. We needed to establish a kind of a court that will be able to implement and enforce international law. Our domestic courts cannot prosecute some of the crimes that were alleged to have been committed between 1994 to 2017. And in order to establish that kind of a court, you have to partner with an international organization. We chose ECOWAS as our natural closest partner to do this. Thank you.
Honorable Member for Bikama North and Minority Leader.
Honorable Minister and Attorney General, we made reference to the Special Accountability Act and Special Prosecution Act in the implementation process, as well as the establishment of the tribunal. I could recollect that in ECOWAS Parliament gave an opinion, an unfavorable opinion against the establishment of the tribunal. To that effect, what is the cooperation of ECOWAS in the establishment of the tribunal?
Indeed, that is correct. Sometime, I think it was in July, or around that time in the summer, ECOWAS Parliament was consulted by the ECOWAS Commission in the proposed partnership with the Gambia for the establishment of the special court. The Parliament, based on the material before them at the time, deliberated on the matter and they gave an unfavorable opinion. However, that opinion is not binding on the ECOWAS Commission, so it's only an expression of opinion. Like I said in my answer, the good news is yesterday the ECOWAS ambassadors met and they have approved the draft treaty to move now to the next level, which is the MSC, that's Mediation and Security Council, who will be meeting hopefully next week. So when they meet next week, they're the body that will approve the final agenda for the heads of state, who are meeting on the 15th of December. We hope this time around it will get through. So it was an unfavorable opinion, yes, but it's not an opinion that is binding on ECOWAS.
Honorable Member for Latrikunda Sabeji.
Thank you very much, Attorney General. You mentioned in your answer that government have already implemented about 10% of the recommendations. This runs contrary to the public opinion that government have not implemented TRRC. Can you give us specifics of those recommendations that the government have implemented? Thank you very much.
Honorable Member for Woolly East.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, you know, if I read the question very well, it is like there is an urgency in this process that the questioner is raising. What steps do you think you will want to take to ensure that the speed is fast-tracked so that this traumatizing situation for the victims could be minimized?
So we are expecting that the early part of the new year, hopefully first quarter, but latest by second quarter, there'll be the special prosecutor in office. And then he will take over all these materials and he will start filing indictments, even if the special tribunal is not ready. Like you heard me say, the special division that is prepared to receive certain indictments that are triable under our local jurisdiction is already created. So once the prosecutor is appointed, he will start filing indictments that he believes can be prosecuted within the domestic courts without necessarily waiting for the establishment of the internationalized court. So we are giving it as much urgency as we possibly can. But government processes are just processes. They have to sometimes take the due course.
Honorable Member for Joshua.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. The Honorable Member for Birkama North has asked my question, so I'm withdrawing.
Thank you very much. Question number 341 of 2024 by the Honorable Member for Lower Salum.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, being the legal advisor of government and sole defender of the Constitution, informed this August Assembly why the National Intelligence Agency was renamed after the State Intelligence Services without the approval of the National Assembly.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm not question, why part of the question, but I'll give you the legal answer, and like you said, as Attorney General. Now, Honorable Speaker, Section 191 of the Constitution provides that there shall be a National Intelligence Agency, which shall operate under the command of the President. The same section further stipulates that the NIA shall be governed by the National Intelligence Agency Act, subject to any act of the National Assembly and the provisions of the Constitution itself. In addition, Section 2 of the National Intelligence Agency Act statutorily establishes the NIA, as referred to in the Constitution. Any changes to the name or structure of the NIA would require a legislative amendment, which must be considered and approved by this Honorable Assembly before taking effect. However, I can confirm that there is currently a draft bill addressing this name change, which was prepared following instructions from the NIA. This draft bill has been sent to the National Intelligence Agency for their comments and observations, and further steps will follow in due course to ensure compliance with the necessary legal and constitutional requirements.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, yes, we all know there is a draft constitution, yes. But then the provisions, outline the National Intelligence Agency, but not SIS. but now SIS has been using for several times. Even sometimes, even FPAC, they normally even say SIS. But the provision says the National Intelligence Services. So then, why prompt? Before renaming it, it has to come to Parliament first before the switching. No, what?
Fonyi Lower Salum.
I have second one. Yes, Minister, you said you don't know why. In my question, this is why I said you are the legal advisor of the government, the sole legal advisor of the government. If you tell us you don't know why, and the constitutional provision is breached by our executive, and those executives should defend the constitution, then that's the problem. Honorable Minister, before executive takes any actions of legal issues, they have to defend the constitution, right? Before executives takes
maximum 2 minutes, please.
Honorable Minister, so how does the executive implement the provision on the constitution then, if you don't know why? Yes, I said, how does the executive implement the provision on the constitution? How does, yes, implement the provision on the constitution then? Yes.
Honorable Minister, do you understand? Okay, honorable member for Fonyi Kansala.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, advertisement, government functions. In adverts, newspapers or government functions, or cabinet decision making, SIS is the center stage that is named by NIA as the advisor, the legal advisor to the president. What role have you performed to make sure SIS is not legally pronounced as per the current status quo?
Is this a question for me to disclose the legal advice I'm giving to the presidency? Actually, if there has been any name change of SIS, it didn't happen when I was AG. I found it there, and so I don't know what happened at the time when the name change happened, if any.
Honorable member for Brikama North.
Honorable Minister, Attorney General, if I heard you well, a bill has been drafted and sent to the National Assembly to, whether it's not yet sent, been drafted, the necessary amendment regarding the name NIA and SIS. Am I right? If so, why did it take the government so long, since 2017, to regularize this legal aspect of the name change?
No, honorable minister, don't respond to individual questions. Ignore them. If you need, what the honorable minister said is, the NIA is not an institution under his purview. Honorable Member for Latrikunda Sabiji.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, can you confirm to the National Assembly whether government financial allocations, internal correspondences is still I want you to confirm.
Yes, go ahead.
I said, I want you to confirm whether all the financial NIA and all the government internal correspondence still bears the name NIA or SIS.
I really don't know. I don't know that, really. And it's a fact that I don't know.
You should have been guided by his answer in the previous answer. Because he said NIA is not an institution that falls under his purview. So you want to ask him those questions, you should go to the relevant institution. Honorable Member for Upper Salum.
I don't have to raise a tag. I just wait for a name to be called. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice inform this August Assembly about the court?
No, the Speaker has to read the question.
He called me, I'm responding to the call.
Your name is written. Your tag was not up. Upper Salum. Yeah, for this question. Honorable Member for Busumbala.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this name has been in operational for almost 8 years now. Honorable Attorney General, what is the legal implication of the conduct of the SIS by using the name SIS? What is the legal implication of their conduct by using this word SIS?
I may probably have to give a legal opinion on that. And I can't do that on top of my head.
You are a principal state legal.
No. Honorable Minister, I said don't answer to questions that are not been authorized. Please. Honorable now question number 3. Latikunda Sabeji. You see, respect is dual. I heard you and I saw you. You see, everybody is laughing because they're making fun of you. Question number 342 of 2024 by the Honorable Member for Upper Salu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice inform this August Assembly about all court and arbitration cases that the government of the Gambia has settled or is currently facing outside the Gambia since 2017 to date, giving details of the issues and their current status?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Speaker, the government of the Gambia has been involved in several court and arbitration cases outside of the country from 2017 to date. Below is a summary of the cases highlighting key details and their current status. Judgments against the Gambia. West Africa Aquaculture versus the government of the Gambia. The International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes, ICSID, ruled against the Gambia, ordering compensation of £8.7 million, 8% annual compound interest, and associated arbitration costs totaling over £20 million. Carnegie Minerals and Government of the Gambia. The International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes, ICSID, awarded the claimant over $22 million. Gambia's annulment application was dismissed on the 14th of July, 2015. I think that's an error because that's not a 2017 to date case. That's earlier than 2017. Settlements. I think I'm admitting that Carnegie Minerals is not a 2017 to date because the question was specific from 2017 to now. It predates 2017. Yes. Carnegie Minerals predates 2017. It was before.
Okay, go ahead.
Petroleum Gambia Limited, APCL, Gambia, BV versus the Republic of the Gambia. They filed 2 cases and they were both settled and withdrawn with no payments. Judgments in favor of the Gambia, we have Mahawa Cham and Sajo Cham versus the Gambia. That's at the, I think, ECOWAS court. On the 5th of July 2023, the court dismissed the application for lack of legal standing by the applicants. Another set of judgments against the Gambia is Musa Sedikan and others versus the Gambia. The government has offered to pay $200,000 in installment, but the claimant has rejected the proposal at the time. So that matter has not been settled, but there was a judgment awarded to him, $200,000, by the ECOWAS court. But payment have not been done yet. We have another case emanating from the ECOWAS court, Joseph Wowo versus the Gambia. Another $200,000 was awarded as judgment sum. I believe this has been paid. Nana Joe Ndau versus the Gambia, 5th of July 2023, ECOWAS court found the government liable for violating the rights of life and failing to investigate and prosecute. Damages of $110,000 were awarded, including $10,000 recoverable cost. Now, consent judgments. There was a consent judgment, also an ECOWAS court decision between the government and the former justice of the High Court, Justice Inkia. And he has been awarded, it was settled for just $1 million, and I believe it was paid. Inadvertently, I think my team omitted 102 ECOWAS cases, one including soon after the 2017 change of over, the victims that sued government to ECOWAS court and seek for compensation with respect to the demonstration that preceded the 2016 elections. But all compensation with respect to that case was also paid. One second, I have it with me here. So the case was between Hussein Udabo, Kemes Njame, Femi Peters, Lamin Diba, Lamin Jata, Yahya Ba, Babukar Kamara, Fakeba Koli, Ismaila Sise, Momodu Fati, Momodu Sise, Samba Kinte, Mahmoudou Mane, Famara Kuyate, Fanta Dabo Jawara, Lamin Jai, Juguna Suso, Momodu L. K. Sane, Yaya Jamme, Masane Lalo Jaula, Lamin Sonko, Modu Ture, Lasana Biai, Lamin Marong, Alaji Fati, Nogoy Njai, Fatmata Jawara, Fatu Kamara, Kafu Bayo, Ibrahim Ajada, Mahmoud Ngom, and the United Democratic Party versus the Gambia. Actually, not everyone on that list was awarded. I think 102 were not awarded, but ultimately the award was, the award was, I think, $100,000 in favor of, that list is long, I don't think you record it, but in favor of first third, which means the second on the list wasn't awarded. So it was the first, third, fourth, fifth, 15th, 17th, 26th, 27th, 28th, and the 30th applicants that were awarded $100,000 each. Dollars, yes. In Dalasi, it's $100,000 each. So the number of people is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them succeeded. But the list is longer than 10. So, but the claims didn't succeed in favor of everybody, but at least 10 of them succeeded. And they were awarded, I think, $100,000 each. And that was paid, even before I assumed office.
Who are the 10? Who are the 10?
Yes, thank you very much, Attorney General, for the information. Thank you very much.
Honorable Member for Latrikunda Sabiji.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, when government is sued before international tribunal, how do you defend it? Do you use your state councils in this country to defend them, or you hire international law firms? Thank you very much.
Before the ECOWAS court, we defended ourselves. But mostly commercial cases, investment commercial cases that are complicated, and before certain tribunals, because of capacity challenges, we use lawyers abroad and we hire them.
Honorable Member for Brikama North and Minority Leader.
The case of Musa Sedi Khan and others versus the Gambia, when was the judgment made and why up to now the payment on the judgment was not made?
The answer I provided, you are right, did not provide the date, but it's one of the early cases because I assume office, I think, in July 2020, and at that time, judgment has already been entered. So it will be before 2020 or around 2020. The reason why the judgment has not been settled, some of these judgments, because, of course, you are familiar with the budget, finance have a contingency budget line for settling liabilities, including judgments against the state. So sometimes the bulk amount cannot be paid at once. We normally agree with judgment creditors, we pay them by installment. My briefing is to the effect that when that proposal was made to the judgment creditor, he refused to accept payment by installment. He insisted he wanted one payment. And at the time, the state was not able to effect a single payment. So probably maybe more consultation need to be explored. Once they agree on a payment plan, it will be paid.
Honorable Member for Lower Flood West.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. In your answering the question, I come to cross that there are people that a judgment was passed and they were paid $100,000 each. No. In a separate form, who are these people and what was the case about?
I have read the list. Sorry, I read the list of the claimants. That's what I'm saying. Honorable Speaker, I need to be guided here. I have read the entire list of the claimants. Those are the claimants. And I've also read among the list of the claimants those who succeeded. Not all of them succeeded. All right? And the substance of the case, the dispute about the case, I mean, I can do it, but I need to consult the judgment. I have the judgment with me here, not on top of my head.
Of people involved. But when you were giving us the 10 people who were compensated, you were referring to them as the number 1, number 3, number 5, when members don't have that list.
So, but all I can do, Honorable Speaker, to expedite this, I will read the list in seriatim, in the order they followed each other. So you have to number them 1, 2, 3 to the end. Because the order is at the end of the judgment. So I'll scroll to the end of the judgment and I will mention those who benefited. And then you will now be able to know if I say second applicant, first applicant, then you will look at your list and know who that person is. Because otherwise, I'll be going a lot of back and forth, and I cannot do that.
And then it will be easy then for members to follow who are those who benefit, the 10 who benefited. But without a list presented to them, because you said it's an omission, and now you are saying it, you should give them the details, the names, the first names, and then you come and read number 1, number 3, you can then do number 1, number 2, number 3. Do you follow me, Honorable Minister? You know, you gave us a list. Now, after that list, those who qualified, you never mentioned the names. You only said the first third, seventh, etc. You can still continue that way. You can still continue that way, but you first of all have to give them the list involved, number 1 to whatever. Yes, can you give us the list? Can you tell us the...
The list is as follows. Number 1 is Hussein Odabo. Number 2, Kemen Senjamme. Number 2, Kemen Senjamme. Number 3, Femi Peters. Number 3, Femi Peters. Number 4, Lamin Diba. Number 5, Lamin Jata. Number 6, Yaya Ba. Number 5, Lamin Jata. Number 6, Yaya Ba. Number 7, Babukar Kamara. Number 8, Fakeba Kuli. Number 9, Ismaila Sise. Number 10, Momodu Fati. Number 11, Dudu Sise. Number 12, Samba Kinte. Number 13, Mahmoudou Mane. Mahmoudou Mane. Number 14, Famara Kuyate. Number 15, Fanta Dabo Jawara.
No, are you giving the people who pay or you are giving us the whole list? That's not my question.
Honorable Minister, can you continue, please? Honorable Speaker, Honorable Minister, can you continue?
Serekunda West, can we just ask the minister to give us the entire judgment so that each member has a copy with all the details? That suffices it. The whole
Honorable, you know, the issue is not about the entire judgment. The question was posed for him to give a summary of those things. He has given us a summary he has not given us the judgments and all these things. And that, Latikunda, please. He has given us a summary, and he said he has omitted other parts. Those ones that he has omitted, he read it. He reminded us of it. And the members asked a question that they cannot answer because of that. I said, as presented, as you read it, give us the list of those people. And then you continue to give us number 1, number 3, no name. Number 1, number 3, as you presented it. That's all I'm saying. Please continue from number...
So where did we stop? My apologies.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Order 43, sub 3. The time taken to answer a supplementary question shall not be longer than 1 minute. An answer to a supplementary question shall not be longer than 2 minutes. The period may be extended at the discretion of the Speaker. The Speaker, wait. No. Wait. If the speaker intend to, extend the time, let the speaker specifically inform us. But what the minister is saying now is
You have quoted and you have said what has happened. Time relying on a section that you yourself read to us. But what you are saying, whether I should inform you, can you read that portion for me where the speaker should inform you?
You are presiding. Exactly. So if you intend to increase the time, extend the time, tell us.
Never told anybody here if you have exceeded. I have never informed you that his timing is, he has taken more than 1 minute and I am giving him. No, there is no way that should be done. If somebody exceeds 1 minute, you know that I have allowed him to exceed 1 minute. Otherwise, I will just tell you, close. Honorable.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. 16. Lamin Jai. 17. Juguna Suso. 18. Momodu L.K. Sane. 19. Yaya Jamme. 20. Masane Lalo Jaula. 21. Lamin Sonko. 21. Lamin Sonko. 22. Modu Ture. 23. Lasana Biai. Lasana Biai 23. 24. 24 Lamin Marong. 24 Lamin Marong. 25 Alaji Fati. 26 Nogo Injai. 27 Fatmata Jawara. 28 Fatu Kamara. 29 Kafu Bayo. 28 Fatu Kamara. 29 Kafu Bayo. 30 Ibrahima Jadama. Jadama 30. 31 Modu Ngom. And 32 United Democratic Party. So the ones that were awarded, the court orders the respondent as follows: to pay the sum of 100,000 United States dollars equally to the following: first, third, fourth, fifth, 15th, 17th, 26th, 27th, 28th, and the 30th. So those were the ones that were awarded.
Honorable Member for Woolly East.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the question is very loaded because the question is saying not only about the dates and names, but it's saying giving details of the issues. So, but I will not ask you about all of them. I'll just ask one. For example, the West Africa aquaculture, which is 27 million pounds with 8% compound interest. What are the issues involved in that one? Thank you. No, my question is relating to the West Africa aquaculture. I'm saying the question that the questioner raised is for him to give details of the issues involved in each case. Yes, and I'm raising the issue on aquaculture, West Africa aquaculture, where we compensated 27 million pounds. What is the issue?
What was his question, please?
For me to give details of that case. Yes. Thank you, Honorable Member, Honorable Speaker. The West Africa aquaculture case is relating to the nationalization of an investment company's investment in the Gambia. This has to do with the stream farms in Pirang. I think most of you will know about that. Now, in 2015, this investment was seized by the former regime and nationalized. The person, the investor who owned the company and the business, had to go for arbitration, asking for government to pay him compensation, and ultimately he prevailed at the first instance. But I'm pleased to inform this assembly, we were not happy with the decision, so we've currently filed an annulment proceeding, which is undergoing at the moment. But the first instance, he prevailed. But the issues is about government took over an investment, and that is this Pirang Streams Farms, according to the claimant, being compensated and without due process being followed. He prevailed at the first arbitration attempt. We observed certain things, and we have hired another set of lawyers different from the ones that defended it on our behalf, and we are currently appealing. But in arbitration terms, we say we are applying for annulment.
Huh? Pardon?
I withdrew.
Honorable Member Lawson, you have withdrawn. Okay, Honorable nominated member Maimuna Sise.
Honorable Attorney General, I would like to know what is a Pirang stream farm. Is it called Scan Gambia, or is it a different company, which is the one we're talking about right now?
Scan Gambia, but it was later sold, and the new person or investor who acquired it named it West Africa Aquaculture. So it's the same farm.
question number 343 of 2024 by the Honorable Member for Banjul North.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I withdraw.
of 2024 by the Honorable Member for Sami.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice update this August Assembly about the victims' reparation?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you for the question. The government has made significant progress towards the operationalization of the Victims' Reparations Commission, a crucial step in fulfilling its commitment to address the recommendations of the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission. The process for the selection of commissioners has been concluded by the selection panel established under Section 13 of the Victims' Reparations Act, and the panel's report has been submitted to the National Assembly for deliberation on the 14th of December 2024. In line with Section 13 of the Victims' Reparations Act, an independent selection panel was constituted to oversee the selection process. The panel convened its inaugural meeting on the 5th of March 2024 at the Ministry of Justice Conference Room, where its terms of reference were adopted and a roadmap for its work was outlined. The panel received technical guidance from the International Center for Transitional Justice, ICTJ, and the United Nations Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, alongside support from post-TRRC unit within the Ministry of Justice. A public call for applications and nomination was issued on the 19th of March 2024 through local media platforms and the GAMJobs portal, inviting qualified individuals to apply for position of commissioner. Due to an initial low response, the application deadline was extended to the 30th of April 2024, with additional public outreach resulting in a total of 63 applications and nominations. The selection panel carried out rigorous process of long listing, shortlisting, and interviews, after which 9 candidates were recommended. Dr. Badralum, Hadimboj Baro, Abdumane Sirandao, Aissatou Jammeh, Safiatou Toure, Ibu Faye Ndiaye, Aissatou Ndao, and Dr. Babanding Dafe. The panel's report, including the shortlisted candidates, was submitted to the Honorable Attorney General, Minister of Justice. The names were subsequently published in the Gazette for 14 days period, in line with the statutory requirements. Following this, the report was forwarded to the National Assembly, which will now have to select 7 out of the 9 candidates for appointment by the President. The tabling of the selection panel's report has been scheduled for the 7th of December 2024. This process demonstrates the government's commitment to ensuring that the Victims' Reparation Commission is established in a transparent, inclusive, and accountable manner.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, how did your ministries, sensitize these victims towards the reparation issue?
We are constantly in touch with the victims' organizations. I'm not too sure whether our contact and the discussions that we have with their organizations do filter down to every single victim. That's another thing altogether. But the ministry have devised mechanisms and platforms where whatever we do, we ensure that it is victim-centered and victim-led. So we are constantly in touch and working with them. In constant contact with their organizations, which is completely different whether the last victim on the ground gets to know what we are doing with their representatives. But we are constantly in touch to answer your question.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, we understand that there has been interim reparation according to these victims. Would the Commission recognize this payoff?
Yes, the Commission will recognize and credit any, when we talk about monetary, because reparations can be monetary, can be non-monetary. But for those who receive any kind of monetary payment, yes, that will be recognized. What the Commission is not bound by is the assessment done by the TRRC, and following which they peg the compensations. The Commission is entitled to review that assessment and come to a new determination based on the standards, objective standards they are going to create. So if you have received an earlier payment based on the re-evaluated compensation package, if you have received less, then they pay you the difference. But to answer you directly, yes, if you have received interim payments before, it will have to be accounted. It will be recognized.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, most of the Commission's confirmations we did there, it's like we are giving the exact number for confirmation, but it's like you have deviated from that tradition. This time around, you are giving us 9 members and 7. Why this deviation this time around?
The Act says we send in 9 and you confirm 7. So we are just complying with the law.
Honorable Member for Woolly East.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, my question is whether all the victims that are supposed to have some monetary compensation receive compensation at one time or the other so far. Have all of them received some form of compensation?
The TRRC did not have sufficient funds at the time because they were the ones mandated to administer interim reparation. They did not have sufficient funds at the time to reach every victim. So some were only assessed but never received, some received partial payment. But also there is even a category of victims that never even contacted TRRC during their lifetime. But they are still victims, and the Act permits them to approach the Commission once they are set up, and the Commission can assess them. If they met the requirement to be classified as a victim, they will be classified as a victim, and whatever compensation is due to them, the door will not be shut at them. They will still be paid.
Question number 345 of 2024 by the Honorable Member for Sami.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, there are many cases pending in CRR region due to lack of traveling magistrate and judges. Could the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice inform this August Assembly what is the ministry's plan to conclude on those issues?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Member, for raising this concern through your question. it is important that we note that the judiciary is solely responsible for staffing of magistrates and judges within the Central River region or anywhere in the country. The Ministry of Justice focuses on handling capital offense cases such as murder, rape, robbery, and arson, which fall under the exclusive jurisdictions of the High Court.